Well, if I can take the example of my own city of London, and I think the dynamic relationships, the coming together of people who wanted to invest in work, contemporary work, not just trading on old masters, investing in new work, the energies that were coming out from the interdisciplinarity areas which were trying to break down walls even between painting and sculpture, or video and performance, or performance and literature. I mean, you can have an endless list. The energy that created had an impact on where people wanted to live, how they wanted to work, where they wanted to eat, how they might want to not be in big supermarket stores, but in smaller places, more intimate places where they knew where the food was coming from. Or they also knew that somebody who'd just arrived perhaps from Serbia was setting up a small fashion business. So the qualities, the enrichments of these creative clusters has a knock-on spiral effect into thinking about living and working, creating communities really. They may not be biological, but they will be the secular coming together of people who want to share those values. And they will be connected to small independent galleries, pop-up shops, sensory walkways, and I think the larger institutions that you speak of just then, the large galleries or the large museums, are aware that in the economies of scale, if there's not a connectivity between how things are produced here and how they're distributed here, then there's not drawing on that creative synergy. And together, those clusters create a tremendous, what we call, well, certainly in the social sciences, publics in the making. The more that there is that engagement, because people are so engaged with social media, they're used to now having, if you have got some mobile phone or other means of communication, particularly for the younger generation, they're expecting more. They don't expect to sit in silence in a lecture theatre. They want to engage, they want to tweet their views, they've got to blog their space. So joining up those things really gives a tremendously rich environment. Otherwise, London wouldn't have 10 million people. It wouldn't be generating something like 3.5 billion. The cultural industries, as we call them, all that creativity that goes on between individuals, groups, museums, galleries, small businesses, fashion enterprises, whatever. That wouldn't be happening without those creative clusters.